I never had you down for this type of music. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. October Red, I'm here with the lovely super middleweight Callum Smith. Welcome back, Callum.
Callum what?
Callum Smith. Simpson. Nah, I ain't cutting it.
Edit that out.
I'll never edit. And I always get people's names wrong. Callum Simpson. Why am I thinking of Smith? Who's Callum's? He's fighting Beterbiev. You're not.
My mate Beterbiev, my mate. I were out sparring him end of last year, weren't I? And I should be sparring for this fight as well. But we'll see. Get Saturday over and done with first, and then we'll see. Yeah.
See, so that was the right foot to start off the conversation. I'll have that. But anyway, back to you. How are you feeling ahead of fight night, Callum?
Feeling good. You know, I've had a long camp. You know, trained hard. I'm just excited for it to be fight week now. You know, I love the media stuff. Love the workout. I love the press conference way, and I love it. Love being part of it. You know, I take it all in, and you know, I enjoy it also. And obviously, big night Saturday night. You know, AO Arena again. Hopefully, putting another big performance. That's what I'm planning on doing.
I know we're subject to the weigh-in, but you are looking nice and lean and trim, not drained. Talk to us a little bit about your opponent, because he's someone that's fluctuated. He's gone up to light heavy. I was just having a look at his box rec. What are you expecting from him?
You know, I'm expecting a tough fight from him. You know, I know he's. I've heard he can bang. I've heard he's a big puncher. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about him, but I've heard better things about me. You know, and obviously, yeah. So it'd be a good fight. You know, obviously, I back myself 100%. I know how I train. I believe my own ability, and I believe I'm going to come out obviously successful. But it'll be a good fight for me, and I feel it's the right step up. Like I said, he's fought Lyndon Arthur on a day's notice. Took him 10 rounds. Get a good account of himself. That were 3 months. The same. That was the day before my last fight. He fought out in Poland a few weeks ago on a few days week's notice. Again, went 10 rounds. And I was saying that he's got his last 3 fights. He's done more rounds than I've done in my last 10 fights, or my last 9 fights, something. So, you know, obviously, we'll see how the fight goes. But I know I've got the rounds in me, you know. But obviously, like, so no one's seen that yet. The people can say what they want. Oh, let's see him after 4. Let's see him after 5. See me after 5, and you'll see how much better I look after 5. Never mind in the first 2-3 rounds. After 5, you'll see a much better look, much more better boxing, a better display of skill.
You know, us boxing fans, we're quite fickle. And like you said, there's something that we say, oh, we'll see what happens when he starts to get, you know, deeper into the rounds. Has he got those championship rounds in him? When you're going out there and you're fighting these fighters and you're getting them out of the way quickly, does that add pressure to you each time you have a fight? Because you've kind of like, not even you've put that expectation on the fans, you've kind of like put it on yourself.
Yeah, no one puts more pressure on me than myself. So, you know, like I said, obviously, no pressure, no diamonds. You know, I thrive under pressure. I feel like I perform much better under pressure. You know, more people are watching. You know, I like to not show off, but I like to obviously look good. Do what I do. Like, I love to box. So this is what I've trained. So I've trained so hard since I was 9 years old to not enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out there and be nervous all week, be nervous in a fight. I train, like I said, just like some people enjoy going to the pub, some might enjoy going on a bike ride or doing whatever they're doing. I enjoy fighting, I enjoy boxing.
Fight week, like you said, you're looking quite relaxed. What is your kind of like your mindset, Callum? What are you like? You said you've been doing it from when you're 9 years old, so I guess it's kind of like regimented in you. So a ring's a ring, isn't it, to you?
Yeah. I say no matter who's there, once you're in the ring, it's obviously yourself and whether you're fighting. But you know, I'm a chill, relaxed person anyway, so for me, fight week should be no different, you know, just enjoy it. Like I said, every boxer here, we've all worked so hard to get where we are. What's the point in doing it if we're not going to enjoy it? While we're doing it, do you know what I mean? The last thing I want to do is, in fact, Lyndon Arthur actually told me when I had my debut as well, he said, oh, one word of advice I'll give you is just take it all in, enjoy it. Don't forget to enjoy it, because he was saying a lot of times people are that focused on the fight, that drawn in, they forget to actually enjoy the experience. That's why I look at my last fight. When I walked out, I just kind of looked up, I had a little look around, I took it all in, I thought, this is what I've been dreaming about since I was a kid, you know what I mean? This is what I've been picturing for years. So, like I say, it's all coming to fruition now, and it's, you know, just another step, and it's just another step on that journey.
Your opponent, you said that he's somebody that can take fights at short notice, go the distance, somebody that's tough, and you've heard he can bang. What makes it Callum Simpson's fight? How do you switch it then so you control that? A skill. I'm saying this because when we watch boxing, we watch to-in and throwing sometimes. You know, we watch the counter punching, but it's not often that we really see a fighter take control of it and force that opponent to dance according to how you want them to dance.
Yeah. For me, in boxing, you've got to put some trepidation in them. You got to, like I say, you got to make them dance to your tune. And I feel like that's what every fight I've done. And Saturday's going to be no different, you know. Obviously, we're now tough he is, we're now fit he is. He did 10 rounds with them other guys on a weekday's notice. He's had I think it's 8-week notice for this one. So he's at a proper camp. So I'm expecting the best Boris Crighton. But for me, whatever he can do, I believe I can do it better. Like I'm faster, more powerful, boxing IQ, everything, any adjective you want, name it, and I believe I'm the level above. And we'll that's it for me to prove it, for me to prove myself right. Saturday we'll see. I can say what I want to say, but it's a great thing about boxing. It's the truth, innit? You know, Saturday we'll see what happens.
You are right. You can say everything you want outside the ring. It's what happens on Saturday night. Another super middleweight that's on there, Zach Chelli. Your thoughts on him? Because one day it could be you and him.
Yeah, we talked to Zach and his dad down at York Hall, and I was saying, I was chatting to her there, and I was saying, it looked quite small, to be fair. It looked a bit small. It might be better off doing middle, but you know, he's a sound guy. His dad is as well. But yeah, that's another potential fight, a fight that I love in the future. You know, he's got an English title. That's what they're fighting for this weekend. You know, and that's the title that I want very, very soon. So I'm sure that fight will happen soon enough.
The path that Callum wants, then, fair enough. You can sit down and you can say, I want to be a world champion. Of course you do. You're in this for the win. That is your mindset. But how do you want to progress that, Callum? Because the further up you go up the ladder, the more wins you get. It seems like nowadays, the less active the fighters are, the harder the fights are to make. And we get into that to-in and fro-in, and we just get so frustrated because we don't see the fights we want to see.
Yeah, for me, like, I love being active. Like, when I signed with Kevin, I had 7 fights in 12 months. You know, I fought like 10 weeks ago. I'm back out again now. Hopefully out a few more times this year. But yeah, I think once I've had this fight, I don't know when they're going to have me out yet. But yeah, like I say, I think the more fights you have, the harder some fights to make. But I think that's because the boxers make them hard to fight. I think a lot of guys, you know, stand up in the camera saying, oh, fight this guy, when realistically, they don't really back themselves like they act like they do. But I'd like to say, someone like Chelli, I think he'll fight anyone at super middleweight, you know. And then other guys will pull out or they'll do certain things. But yeah, I think after this fight, hopefully get another step up. And that's what I do. It's all about levels in this game, you know. I start from the bottom and each fight, like when I look at my last few fights, there'll be little steps up. You know, I've got the back in the box, the Sky, manager Kevin. I don't know what they want me to do next, but like I said, for me, I can easily say, oh, I want this thing, I want that name, I want to fight for this title. But realistically, boxing's a business. It's not a sport. It's not for me to say I want this and get it. You know, I've got to just kind of, all I know what I can do is keep training hard, keep putting on the performances I'm putting on, and everything's going to come at the right time.
I hope you've still got this mindset when you're sitting there with your championship belts and you're sitting in your mansion counting your dough, and then you're waiting to get another world title, you're waiting to become unified or undisputed, and you've still got boxing as a business. Because right now we can touch on that heavyweight division. All of us are pulling our hair out about it. It's a right royal mess.
Yeah, like I say, you don't know what's going on with there. You don't know. You hear one story from one side, one from another side. I just try not to read. I don't really watch it too much, to be fair. I just focus on what I'm doing. You know, my division's a good division. Let's focus on the fights that are getting made. You know, there's plenty of good fights. You know, another show down in Sheffield this weekend as well. Plenty of good fights that are on. Let's focus on them ones instead of what the guys are messing about heavyweight, not taking fights for whatever reason, asking for too much money.
So hopefully, when you come through this win, because we're going to stay positive, you're going to go back out there and help young Artur. Talk to us about his style of fighting, because I admire his style. He seems to have short but heavy, compact shots. So when he's getting you, it's like he's hitting you with a hammer. Talk to us about that, because obviously you've shared the ring with him.
Yeah, I did probably over 30 rounds with him. I was there for 6 weeks. I went at the start of December, went for 3 weeks. After the first spar, they got us in the training room straight away and said, can you come back? Can you stay over Christmas? Well, I already had things booked at Christmas, so he said, well, can you fly back out? So we're there for 6 weeks in total. So I get him good work. They were saying, at the end of the camp, they said, well done. I'm like, what? He said, most people go home after the first week, you've survived 6 weeks. And obviously, you know, we had some good spars. You know, I put it on him. I went one of them where go over with that. Some people go over with like a sparring partner mentality where they go to get beat up, but that's not me, or that's not in my mindset. And that's what asked me to go back out again. But yeah, I can confirm that he's the hardest person I've been hit by ever. Heavyweights, cruisers, anything. He hits the hardest I've ever been hit. His style's, yeah, I feel like he doesn't have to box that good because he's that powerful. It's like he's not powerful, he's just like strong. He's that strong, he's just a beast, man. It's different to anyone I've been in the ring with, and it's a privilege to go out there and see how they train, and that's, you know, I'm blessed to get the opportunity once, and now obviously, like, so they must have liked what they saw. I've been asked again, so like, so we need to get Saturday out of the way with. Hopefully I come for that unscathed, obviously, you know, I'm confident I will do, and then we'll sort that out after.
What would you say that you've learned from him? You know, a world champion. He's not unified, he's undisputed. Unified champion. How many bouts? He's got 3 of the 4, hasn't he? And Bivol's got the other one. Yeah, he's got 3 of the 4. What would you say that you've learned from him?
Well, I actually asked him, I said, oh, have you got any advice for that as a boxer? Like, obviously he's elite world champion, you know, unified world champion. I said, what's your advice? He went, hard work, stay disciplined. There's no shock, there's nothing else, just work hard, stay disciplined, live the life, and that's it. It's as simple as that, and that's what I've been doing, and that's what I believe I'm going to get to where I want to get to. And obviously, you know, you see how we were involved with a lot of the sessions he were doing, so you kind of see how their training set up. You saw his training schedule, you saw how he trained, what he did in training, the stuff we did in the ring sparring, technical stuff we did, and how they broke down an opponent and broke down in a fight. And I've been able to kind of bring something into my camp. So I was taking notes all the time, you know, sharing with my trainer. But obviously everything that I did with them, I've not told no one else, you know, everything that they did, I've not really kind of gone, oh, this is what they do. I kind of kept to myself, my training, and things that I took out of kind of, yeah, we're good at, like I said, a lot of stuff you can learn from that. And as well, the main thing that I learned is that I'm doing everything right. I mean, my trainer are doing everything right, and what I'm doing is similar to what they were doing as well. A few things have changed, and yeah, so it's been good experience, yeah.
I really love that, and it's good that you're learning from that experience, because all it's going to do is set you in good stead for your future. Listen, Callum Simpson, not Callum Smith, Callum Simpson, thank you so much for your time. He had about 70 interviews before he spoke to me, but I'll see you fight night.
That's it. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Cheers.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.